Hi there, and welcome to Keys and Strings. Thanks for showing some interest in what we do. Um, Let me introduce myself. I'm Brian Colasso. I'm the founder, and a little bit more about myself. I'm a singer, songwriter, music producer, composer, and I've been teaching music for more than 20 years now. I've been teaching in Mumbai, teaching in Goa, and teaching offline, and now I'm teaching online. Okay, I have a lot of students. Our students are now global. We have students from UK, from Dubai, Bahrain, Kuwait, even from Mumbai and Delhi. And in a way, thanks to the pandemic, I was able to connect with some of my older students as well. So anyway, what we do is we teach these two instruments, guitar and keyboard. That is why we got the name Keys and Strings. Okay, and what we are doing is we are not doing the regular syllabus that a lot of people go in for the certificates. So we are not doing that. Our objective is to have creative musicians. Students who will turn into composers and songwriters. That is our motive. Okay, so what we do is we try to give them sufficient empowerment in various areas. See, music, the music skill has a lot of subsets. Okay, so there's rhythm. So the student has to have a good sense of timing. Okay, or ear training. Okay, we'll teach solfege, which will help you to develop a good sense of uh, identifying the chords or melody and stuff like that. Sight reading, your ability to read music, or your technical work where you learn all your scales, your ability, your fingers developing their own memory of playing. So all these different areas. Transcription is your writing. Okay, your ability to write music. We are going to be composing on the journey. Okay, it's not that you will learn music and then you start composing. We want you to be a composer on the journey. We want you to be able to jam with other musicians with confidence, and we want you to be able to apply whatever theory you've been learning in real musical situations. So you're in a situation where the key has to be changed. Okay, say someone is singing in a key and you're not able to or someone is not able to sing in that key. You should be able to transpose. You should be able to change certain rhythms. You should understand what is required. You should be able to work out songs by. You should be able to listen to songs and figure out the chords and stuff like that. Okay. So you know what? I don't want to make this video very long, but anyway, I want to come straight to the point. So we want to take you to that point where you can take off. Music cannot be limited, or learning never ends. I'm also still learning. Everybody is learning. Okay, the day you decide that you know everything, that's the end of you. So but we can take you to a particular point where you can actually take off. Nowadays everything is available on YouTube, but what we are doing is we are giving you that human touch that you need, so that you are empowered in every area that I spoke about in the previous slide. So Keys and Strings is basically the fuel and GPS for your musical journey. Okay, if that makes sense. So if you want to learn with us, what you'll require is a smartphone. Okay, now the smartphone in a way is enough. If you have a smartphone with these two applications, one is Zoom and one is WhatsApp, with good internet, okay, uninterrupted internet, that is a must. Yeah, otherwise it's going to be very difficult. And if you can have another device, it's going to be even better. So if you can use your smartphone for WhatsApp and use a laptop, okay, or a tablet or a desktop, that would be better. Now we prefer laptop for the reason that the laptop has a flap which can be easily turned, and it's easy to sometimes see the student playing the fingers or the guitar. It's a little easier to view through the webcam of the laptop. Otherwise, we can manage with the other devices as well, but you might require to invest in the stand or something like that. So that's how we can start. We can begin with a smartphone and these two apps. Okay, and we use them simultaneously. I'll be sending you snapshots and instructions. Okay, and the reason why we use two apps, in case you're curious, the reason is because certain things like dynamics, which is the differences in volume, cannot be understood through Zoom. Okay, so we need WhatsApp so we can listen to some audio or certain pictures or instructions will be sent through WhatsApp. So you kind of understand as we begin. Okay, so don't worry. We're going to start with provisional classes. I'll talk about that in a moment. So the duration of the classes. Okay, so each class is for a duration of 50 minutes. Uh, each class will be once a week. And what you're going to do is you're going to pay for 4 time blocks. So the fee is 3,000. So later on, you'll be paying a one-time non-refundable admission fee, and that is after the provisional classes. I'll talk about that in a moment. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to contact one of us. Okay, so we have Johnson, Cecil, and Brian. That's me. So these are the numbers. You just send us a simple message. Just say the name of the student, the age, and the instrument. Okay, and then we'll get back to you. Sometimes you might not be able to entertain your call because we're in classes, as I mentioned earlier. Okay, so if you send us this message, we might even send you a timing that might work, but that we can probably talk on a call if it's feasible. And what we're going to do is we're going to fix up a day and time for your class. Okay, so mutually something that works for the teacher, something that works for you. And say, for instance, we chose this time, that is 3 p.m. on Thursday. So then you have to be present every Thursday at 3 p.m. Okay, that commitment we're expecting from you. So after you've paid your first payment for the 4 blocks, 4 time blocks, 3,000. Okay, and say we are starting on the 13th. Okay, what we are going to do is we'll complete the first 4 classes, and after the first 4 classes, you can decide whether you really want to continue or not. That's when we are going to charge the admission fees. So now this admission fees, we have purposely placed it after the first 4 classes. Earlier, we used to take the admission fee before even beginning classes, but we decided it is better we give you a chance to decide whether you want to continue learning with us or not. Okay, because it's a non-refundable admission fee. Okay, so once you pay, there's no refund. So after that, then you pay for the next block of 4 classes, and then and henceforth that's how we will continue. Now the reason I'm going in this time blocks. Now you saw in the previous slide that we did not start on the 6th. We started on 13th. This means we can start on any given day. Okay, so as long as we complete the 4 classes, and the reason I kept it this way is also because sometimes some of our teachers might miss a class. Okay, and then it becomes pressure. We are trying to make up a class that was missed, and we don't want to do anything under pressure. We want to do things in a way that is enjoyable for both of us. Okay, for the teacher and for you. Say you have an exam, and you need to study for the exam. It's we kind of understand, as long as you tell us well in advance. Okay, we can probably accommodate another student in that time slot. Okay, and we can carry on with the classes. Okay, so once you complete your 4 classes, then you can kind of pay for the next 4 classes. But then also we're going to keep in mind, okay, that there's no tardiness or there's no taken for granted happening over here. Okay, so if that is happening, then the teacher reserves the right to discontinue classes. Okay, so we want committed students, and we hope to give you the best as well. So I hope this video was helpful, and feel free to contact Johnson, Cecil, or contact me, but through the message as I mentioned earlier. Shall see you.